Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica and you're kicking it here just with me. If you are new to my channel, you're gonna go right ahead and you're gonna want to hit that subscribe button right now because you guys are in for a good treat. So excited to share this information with you guys. I hope that you guys sit back, relax, tune in, absorb as much information as possible. And like I said, this helps me be a good student. It's okay if it does not help you to be a good student, but maybe you can just tweak and pick out whatever you want from what I do to be a successful student and put it into what you do. And maybe you'll find a nice balance. So we're just gonna go and jump right into this video. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys should be the most obvious. You want to make sure that you are doing all of your assignments. All the assignments that your teacher or your professor assigns to you, you want to make sure that you do every last assignment and do not skip out on any assignment for any reason. The reason being is, say for instance, you have a GPA of a B-, which is a grade point average. Your grade point average is a B-, but because you decide not to do one or two assignments, you got a 0 for those assignments. And what happens is that 0 averages out in your grade point average, and that B- that you have can turn into a C, maybe even a C-. So those are things that we don't want to do because that's just obvious. If you get an assignment, do it, complete it. There's no problem in completing all of your assignments. So you want to make sure that you do that. The second thing that I have for you guys is, number 2, you want to study right away. Don't wait until your professor or your teacher assigns a test date. As soon as you open up a new chapter, you're gonna dive into that chapter, read every nook and cranny of that chapter, and you're gonna study that chapter every single day. There should not be any reason or no excuse why you can't either do a thorough study session every night or just a review of the chapter every night. This way, you're leading up to that date that your teacher will assign shortly as far as when your tests will be scheduled. So it gives you enough time, and this way you're not overloading or cramming information in a short amount of time. You're going to start studying right away. This is my organizer. I have an updated one coming soon, and this way I know exactly what I have to do, how much time I have to do it, and I can do it in a nice, orderly, clean fashion. Okay, another example that I have of staying organized is for instance, for my science class, most sciences, whether it's high school or if it's college, they have a lecture and a lab. So what I like to do to stay organized and on top of my game in my science class is I buy a 3-subject notebook. It's up to you how many sections you want in your notebook, but at least 2 or 3 sections you want for the example that I'm explaining. And basically what I do is, in the first section of my notebook is where I'm going to write all of my notes and information that I got from my lecture. The second portion that I use is for any homework assignments or assignments that are assigned from my teacher or my professor, and I use that section for that. The third section, I use that for my labs. As you know, most labs have a pre and a post lab. So then you have that section there where you can write all of your experiments in that section and you stay nice and organized. You also want to make sure that as you're staying organized, if you are purchasing a notebook that has these little spirals here, when you rip these pages out and you give them to your teacher or professor, you want to make sure that along this dotted line that's also presented here, you're gonna rip away all of those shaggy, stringy edges that comes when you have a spiral notebook and you rip a page out. It just makes a nice, clean, professional presentation when you hand in a paper that's not all messy and all, scrabbled up. So you want to make sure you do that. What I also like about this notebook is that it comes with these little folders that have these little pockets on either side that you can pull out of the notebook, and you can actually stick it in any part of the notebook that you like. As the day goes on, you're going to make a list of every assignment that you're going to work on each day. So say for instance, today is Monday, and I know for instance, science, I have to read the chapter, I have to write notes, I have to do the homework assignments. I also have to complete the lab assignment, which is a pre and a post lab, and I also need to study. So you're not going to do all of those 5 things and just sit and cram. If you space it out a little bit up until your due date on Friday, you can just, go into the groove of everything, and this way you can fit in more subjects into that one day. But say on Monday, you're only going to take care of maybe reading half of the chapter, writing the notes for the half of the chapter that you read, and maybe complete the homework assignment. Then you're also going to review all of that material that you have completed on that day. And then Tuesday, you're going to maybe finish the reading of that chapter, finish the notes on that reading, and start the lab, the pre-lab. Then on Wednesday, you can finish up on the post lab, and then kind of just for the rest of the week up until the exam date, kind of do a whole review and have a nice thorough study section for Thursday and Friday. This way you're not cramming again. Know that this one might be the hardest one for most people because your egos may get in the way, but I think it is one of the most important things that you want to remember to be a successful student, and that is not to be afraid to ask for help. You may be, a student who is always known for getting straight A's or just honors, and you may have a difficulty in one of your subjects and may feel a little too proud, or maybe just, embarrassed to say anything about it. So you just kind of wing everything, and that's not really good. If you're not getting, a certain part of a subject and you're not having, you're having a difficult time understanding it, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. You can go to your professor, your teacher after class, maybe after hour time, stay after school, or, stay after class with them and get that extra help you need. You also can seek the help of other classmates in your class, maybe form a study group and get the help that you need from a study group. I know that most schools, colleges that I'm aware of do have tutoring sessions that you can go to, maybe after hours, like I said, during the week, or on the weekends where they'll meet once or twice. And, sit down, go to the counselor's office, make a schedule of when you can come in to see a tutor, and sit down and get the help that you need. That is very important. Don't wait till the last minute till you're really struggling and the class is too far ahead and you can't catch up. As soon as you start having difficulties in whatever you're having difficulties in, you should seek help right away. Okay? Cannot stress that enough. Another important tip that I have for you guys is to also make sure that you have a great support team. My support team is my family, my immediate family, my husband and my 2 kids. They support me so much in what I do, and I cannot, thank them enough for the amount of support that they give me. They're quiet so that I can get to my studies or study. Sometimes my husband, he'll take the kids out of the house for a little bit, give me an hour or 2 where I can just be at ease and focus on my work. So it is very important to have a support team. Your support team doesn't have to be your immediate family. You can have friends who are supportive of what you do. Somebody that you can basically just run to talk to, maybe if you're overwhelmed about a grade that you got that you weren't expecting to get. Maybe you were expecting to aim higher on a grade and you were disappointed that you got lower. Just someone that you can even vent to is a way of, a support team. So you want to make sure that you have a support team. If you don't have a support team, say for instance, you're here alone from another country and it's just you by yourself, that's all great and dandy as well too. You can be actually your own supporter. And what I mean about being your own supporter is, for instance, you wake up in the morning and what do you do when you wake up in the morning? The first place that you go is to your bathroom. So you go into the bathroom and you just could put little stickies in the mirror, giving you some encouragement. You know, you got this, keep going, hang in there. You know, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. This is nothing, it's a piece of cake. Don't give up. Any encouraging words that you can tag around your house and your car. Sometimes they have actually inspirational planners that you can buy, and just, you know, surround yourself with positive and encouraging energy is also a way that you can actually support yourself. So that's good. And my very last tip, which I believe we all forget to do from time to time, especially when we run busy lives, when we're parents, when we work a full-time job and maybe going to school part-time, whatever your case may be. This last tip, most people forget to do. And that is to make sure that you make time for yourself. Please make time for yourself, people. Don't overwhelm yourself thinking that, you know, I have a family to support. I have a, day job that I have to go to, but I also need to get my degree here. So you just overwhelm yourself with work, no play, and that's not good for your body or your mental state. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're finding time for yourself. You're eating right, okay? Nice, healthy diet, that you're exercising. Exercising, believe it or not, helps relieve some of the stress and tensions that you have on your mind and on your body. Try some meditation or maybe some yoga. Go for a walk or a quick little jog. Listen to your favorite music. Anything to get your mind off of school and everything else that's going in your life can make a huge difference. So just make that time for yourself. Go get a mani and a pedi. Go get your hair done. Go treat yourself to dinner or lunch. Just make time for yourself, okay? I cannot stress that enough. So with all this information that I just threw at you guys, like I said, these are my secrets. So you have all of my favorite secrets on how I'm a successful student. I hope that these secrets help you and that you can use them in the way that you feel will help you be a successful student. And like I said previously in my previous video, I have more videos to come to help you be a successful student. I'm going to show you what exercising routines that I do, what smoothies and, healthy food options that I go about, what vitamins I take, and what I like to do on my spare time. So you guys just have to wait. Stay tuned to get all that information. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications so that you know when I'm posting next, so that you guys can listen in on my latest news and get some of the special giveaways that I have coming up. So you'll just have to stay tuned. I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll see you next time here on Just Me.